So we have Reezy with us, and we have El Mucho with us. Hey, you guys can check me out at the David King at Russell Revolve X on Twitter and YouTube channel Russell Revolution X on YouTube. Uh, El Mucho, give us your plug your platform.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you're wanting to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/El Mucho Macho. That's El Mucho Macho. And if you wanted to follow me on Twitter, follow me at The Mucho Macho. The Mucho Macho. Now, you'll notice it's been a little bit of time since I've last streamed on Twitch. However, I'm coming back, and I'm coming back stronger than ever, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, that's what's up. So, Reezy, you're next.
I'm breezy. If you love pro wrestling, you love to talk pro wrestling, I usually talk about everything from Impact Wrestling, MLW, NWA Power, WWE Raw and SmackDown, AEW Dynamite. Come check me out. Real chill person. Young Raf 1988, and it's spelled Young Raf without the O, YUNGRAF 1988 on Twitter. Give me a follow or give me a follow on YouTube.
Okay, that's what's up. And also check us out. We will be in Spaces. I know El Mucho will be at the event giving us updates, and Reezy and I will be on Spaces after the end of the No Surrender pay-per-view. All right, so we have match one. We have JONAH versus Black Taurus. This match was pretty much giving an indication of building JONAH back up since his loss from Josh Alexander. So they're kind of building him up as this monster again. And who better to give him that challenge than Black Taurus, who is an excellent wrestler, who is a big star in AAA down in Mexico. I have JONAH clearly winning this match, but it could be an opening contest as a really good match. So you guys take it from there. El Mucho, who do you have winning? And Reezy, you can jump in right after him.
So given that this match essentially came about out of nowhere, and considering JONAH's track record in Impact, it seems like it's going to be a JONAH win, because I don't necessarily think Black Taurus loses anything from losing this match. However, JONAH's sort of the fresh face. You have to establish him, and especially if he's going to be around for a little while, then you're going to want him to go over one of the sort of who's become one of the premier athletes in Impact. So one would believe that JONAH is taking the win here. JONAH seemingly is on track to maybe rehabbing his image a little bit after that loss to Josh Alexander. I think that JONAH ends up taking this win.
All right. Reezy?
I'm always open to seeing two monsters clash in the ring, two big monsters, and that's JONAH and Black Taurus. If you don't know who Black Taurus is a very talented, big monster dude from Lucha Libre that just tears the house down. And my money's on JONAH. I think this is a way to build JONAH up to the main event. Yeah, I believe this is the way to build him up to the main event.
Yep, agreed. All right, so next we have Matt Cardona versus Jordan Grace. In this particular storyline, Matt Cardona finally turned heel and did everything he could in his power, literally, to all the heel tricks 101 to beat Jordan Grace. This should be a very good match. Jordan Grace has been known as and got her name on the Indies as the one female that can wrestle, um, male talent and have really good matches, along also with the likes of Smiley Kylie Ray and Tessa Blanchard. She's been one of the few that can hold her own and being a very strong, powerful, excellent wrestler. But I do not see her winning, and that title will stay on Matt Cardona's waist. And I do see even a bigger heel tactics from Matt Cardona because he's hot right now in the Indies, and I don't see him losing that title. So I go with Matt Cardona. Reezy, who do you have?
This is a perfect match to open the show. This is a perfect match to open the show. You got a nice intergender match. Jordan Grace, very talented, against Matt Cardona, the new NWA World Champion and DMC World Champion. So I look at it like I got Matt Cardona walking out here as the win. Probably a cheat win. He'll probably cheat. I mean, he's probably not going to win fair. Cardona isn't he is not the play fair type. Cardona isn't a fair fighter. He's dodged Jordan Grace many times. So yeah, he'll find a way to sneak out of this as usual.
All right, El Mucho.
So Matt Cardona is a special case. I think he right now is on the run of his life. He just got the NWA championship not too long ago. And given his past transgressions on BTI, where he finally sacked up and turned heel, I do think it's looking like a Matt Cardona win. Now, I could be wrong, obviously, because Jordan Grace is a freak of nature. She is amazing. And the fact that Impact Wrestling is hinging their whole sort of intergender thing on Matt Cardona versus Jordan Grace is putting your best hand forward to prove that intergender wrestling has a place in wrestling. That being said, he just won the title. And I don't think that he loses that title. So if you're going to ask me, you're asking someone who is going to say that Matt Cardona wins this match and retains the digital media championship.
All right. So next we have the Good Brothers versus GOD. For the love of God, please get the belts off the Good Brothers. Please. And if this is a right time to do it, it couldn't be no one than the most decorated tag team in the world. And that is internationally. They have the name says it when you say God, literally, that is literally their name. Gorillas of Destiny. I have them winning. I want them to win. Please, for the love of God. Literally, no pun intended, with their name. Please win. All right, El Mucho.
This is the only match that has a bit of ambiguity to it. I think this is the only match that you could see one or not both sides winning. And fact of the matter is, God has committed to Impact. It seems like they've been on tour with Impact. They've hit my alma mater of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and they're hitting New Orleans. It seems like it's time for the Good Brothers to give up them good titles. And fact of the matter is, I mean, really, there's 3/4 of this match that can go at an elite level. And I'm not going to mince my words here. I'm going to say it right now. Listen, there's Luke Gallows in this match, so you know what you're going to get. But it seems like in the battle of Bullet Club versus OG Bullet Club, it seems like it's going to be a match that the God takes away. But I only say this sort of wavering my hand back and forth because of the fact that this is the only match on the card that I can't really see there being not a clear winner, but the match in question, it could go either way because I could see Impact putting God over, but I could also see the Good Brothers taking it. If you're gonna ask me as a betting man, if I bet the house on it, it's gotta be God. God takes them titles and claims supremacy. The real Good Brothers.
All right, Reezy.
I agree 100. I think the Good Brothers just did their time and has ran their time for as tag champs. And I believe the Good Brothers is there to collect. And it's time for, as my guy Cross would say, it's time for somebody to pay the toll. And that would be the Good Brothers. I do believe that the Good Brothers had a good run as champ. A little too long. I felt they ran the course too long, but they had a run of champs. And the Good Brothers, people don't understand with God winning the belts from the Good Brothers, they're going to be on Dynamite soon. So that's where I think God going over to Dynamite with our tag team belts, wearing them and showing them off, that's more eyes on the company.
Exactly. That's definitely a way of definitely putting it. All right. So we have Honor No More versus Team Impact. Okay, so the storyline is pretty much laid out there. Obviously, you can tell by the name. The Ring of Honor guys have been hijacking Impact shows since the Hard to Kill pay-per-view back in Dallas, 3 or 4 months ago, something like that. So this is a testament to, okay, are these guys going to stick around? Will this be the end? But I don't think this is the end. I think this is the beginning, actually, of this storyline heating up. And I actually have Honor No More winning this match with Eddie Edwards turning. Maybe someone is turning in that group. Josh Alexander was sent home. There's kayfabe going on. I don't know if he is actually with Impact anymore. Who knows? But I do know that Steve Macklin got injected into the storyline match. I know to give a little bit of intrigue, Steve Macklin is not going to turn. It will be either Eddie Edwards, about 90% sure, and 10% Chris Sabin is turning on Impact. My money's on Eddie. This will cause Honor No More to win, or there's a very slight chance someone else is coming into the mix because they keep adding members to Honor No More, so it could be someone else, but for some reason, I think Eddie Edwards is turning. All right, so Reezy?
I agree 100. This storyline has been very good, but once again, I believe Eddie Edwards and Chris Sabin both have history with Ring of Honor, especially with Eddie Edwards being a former Ring of Honor champion. It's very possible he could turn. I mean, he showed signs of this before. So, I mean, wouldn't surprise me. My money's on Eddie turning and Honor No More winning. And a lot of people want to know why I'm picking Honor No More. Well, most of the Honor No More guys are already signed contracts. So, I mean, I think right now the only people who hasn't signed the contract is Vincent. It's Vincent and possibly Taven, which Taven tweeted recently, like yesterday, that he's here to stay. And he wants to stay here. So, I mean, it makes no sense for them to lose. So my money's on Honor No More winning.
Absolutely, for kayfabe and real life purposes. All right, El Mucho.
So this one seems like a layup. It seems like Honor No More is going to win. Because if there is a stipulation that says if Honor No More does not win, then that means that they are pretty much ousted from the company. And if, at the in every little convention, it seems like they're going to win, but under what circumstances are they going to win? Because I think there's a dark horse pick, and they're being what's the word I'm looking for? The dark horse pick of a turn would be Rhino, because Rhino also did a stint in Ring of Honor as part of the House of Truth. So it's not a matter of if Honor No More wins. It's a matter of how Honor No More wins. Because people will tell you, people who follow the product will tell you, it will be Eddie Edwards. It may not be him, and they're planting the red herring of Josh Alexander being sent home and Steve Macklin being put in that match as a way to sort of divert from the general point. If the general point is someone's going to turn, it seems like Eddie Edwards would be the fit. But there is also Chris Sabin, and there's also Rhino, who both have had extended experiences in ROH. Rhino, I believe, more so than Chris Sabin. But if you're asking me to get to the point, I would say Honor No More wins, and they're going to stick around for a very long time, considering that ROH is not slated to come back as an entity until April, which would be Supercard of Honor. So you've got about 2.5 months to burn through that. And if you're going to do that, then Honor No More needs to stick around. I say Honor No More wins.
All right. So we have the next match. We have Eric Young versus Jay White. This storyline started about maybe 2 weeks ago. And it started off a little slow, but then when the match was made, I understood what their angling was, and I will say there is no way that Jay White Switchblade is losing this match. But I will say this match could be the match of the night. Eric Young is a very, very good wrestler, and he sometimes doesn't get overlooked sometimes. And even though I think he's going to lose, because Jay White is just an international superstar, I just think that Jay White is everywhere. He's on AEW television right now. So my pick is Jay White on that particular premise. And Bullet Club goes out 2 wins to 0 over Impact. And might be the end of the storyline. I don't know where it's going, but I will see Jay White is going to win this match. All right, El Mucho.
It seems like Jay White is poised for a win here, and I think it's just because he's kind of on a hot streak right now. He's been killing it in New Japan. He's about to kill it in AEW. I think as far as Eric Young and Violence by Design, they could take a loss every so often. I mean, if you would have told me the match would have been Jay White versus any of the other members, I'd have been like, okay, he's poised for maybe a loss or a fluky victory. But I think there's no ambiguity about it. I think Eric Young, having been there for so goddamn long, he could stand to take a loss. He could stand to, like, if it was Jay White versus Joe Doring, it would be a little more up in the air. Unfortunately, it's Jay White, or at least unfortunately for Eric Young, it's Jay White versus Eric Young. And I say this because this is my most anticipated match of the night. I think Jay White takes it.
All right. Reezy?
My money is on Jay White. Jay White is a guy that Impact, I believe, is planning to put the belt on. And I do believe that with Jay White and Jay White being around, I do believe it's not short term. I do believe we'll see him more often. Um, a lot of people that don't know Eric Young is an amazing wrestler. He's really good, and this is a match that isn't even thought of. Nobody, I've never would have thought putting a match together with Jay White and Eric Young. So it's a weird combination, but it works. It works. Neither one of them are small guys, So I mean, it works. And I do think this is going to be a good match. I got Jay White coming out the winner, or possibly a DQ, but I got Jay White coming out the winner, pinfall.
All right. So we have the next match. Mickie James, who has a ton of momentum behind her, has been red hot lately. Coming off her Royal Rumble appearance and beating Deanna, who is regarded the number 3 best wrestler in the world, according to PWI. And Deanna does want her belts back, by the way. But that'll be time to see down the road if that will happen, which is a very good chance. Tasha Steelz, one of the best female wrestlers out of all the promotions. Doesn't get her just due, but she is very young. She's in her mid-20s, and she is that good. A lot of charisma. She showed at the Knockouts Knockdown that she has all the tools to be a top talent. And then at the Ultimate X match, the first female Ultimate X, she showed out there and became the first Ultimate X winner for the women, the Knockouts. And I do think this is Mickie's title. But I will say this. I would not be surprised if somehow Tasha Steelz ends up walking out as a Knockouts champion due to Savannah Evans, her bodyguard, interfering somehow. I would not be, I'm about 60-40 on this match. I'm very, very close. I would not be surprised. Tasha's young, in her 20s. They're pushing her like crazy. They've been pushing her for like 8 months. And, and I would not be surprised, but I'm going to go with Mickie on this because it's more of a safe bet. Reezy.
Ooh, it's very possible Tasha can walk out as the new Knockouts champion. And this could be their way of doing Tasha and Deanna Purrazzo, or you know what I mean? Or Tasha Steelz dropping into whoever. But yeah, I got Tasha Steelz winning.
Whoa.
Tasha Steelz, yeah.
Whoa.
Tasha Steelz is very, very talented. I think Impact is looking for her to be the face of the Knockouts division. I think that after Deanna, I think they're looking for her to be in the face of the Knockouts division, and I think they want her to kind of take over that area as their future. Now, Mickie James, on the other half, I wouldn't be surprised if Mickie won. I wouldn't be surprised if Mickie won. I mean, Mickie has had a great run as champion. I mean, she's just been on a run lately with the Royal Rumble. I mean, she did that match with Kira Hogan. That was awesome. I mean, she got a lot of stuff going on. So this match is a toss-up for me. I could be wrong on this, but I'm just going to put my money on Tasha Steelz.
All right. All right, Omucho, who you got?
So I have to take it as I see it. I will say that I think, spoiler alert, I'm thinking Mickie James walks out with this one. And the reason I say that is because she's been on the run of her life. She was in the Royal Rumble. She had that match with Kiera Hogan. I think that, like, Tasha Steelz is there, but I could totally see Impact saying, you know what, Mickie James has netted us enough good publicity and good will that she keeps that belt, and she keeps that belt until maybe another Deanna Purrazzo run. But I could also be wrong about that. So this is another one. This is like the God Good Brothers match. It's very much up in the air. But I do think that we see a title retention here. I think we see Mickie James taking it home once again. And I say this not taking anything away from Tasha Steelz. Tasha Steelz is amazingly talented. She could make a phenomenal Knockouts champion. But I don't know. She's had the belt for a long time, Mickie James has, but it seems like it's a little early for her to get it taken off of her, unless Impact is getting someone in that's going to take it off. Whether it be a Thunder Rosa or any of that stuff, the Forbidden Door nonsense. I do think that Mickie James pulls out a win here, and I think it's going to be played. If they run the match back again, then it'll be Tasha Steelz night. But I think for now, it's going to be a Mickie James win.
All right. Next match, last but not least, the main event. We have Moose versus W. Morrissey. W. Morrissey has been, since he reached Impact, he was supposed to come in on a 6-month deal. Month-to-month type deal. He impressed. He was so happy being there. He was putting out on all the social media how he wants to sign with Impact. It was such a great environment for him. And he's really turned himself around and become a great singles wrestler and a really, really good big man. He's been on a warpath. He's been built up correctly. I do believe, even with all that said, this is Moose's reign. Moose is the guy that they re-signed to a big money deal that he turned down to WWE for. And he was supposed to be coming in as Bobby Lashley's bodyguard. And he turned that down to stay with Impact. This is the guy they want right now, besides Josh Alexander. So this is what it'll be. Moose will go over W. Morrissey. All right, El Mucho.
I like what W. Morrissey has become. He's become a supremely competent wrestler. I think he has come into this and come out of this with better stock than he did before. I say this saying that I think Moose is going to win. Now, Moose is on the title run of his life. He can do no wrong, but he's doing a lot more right than he's doing wrong. Will Morrissey, my God, do I think he could be a capable champion for Impact Wrestling? Absolutely. And I think on any other day, like I said with Mickie James and Tasha Steelz, I think on any other day, he could take that belt and he could run with it, and he could have a year-long title reign. But I just do not think it's time. I think it's going to be Moose. Moose is on the run of his life, and unless they bring back Josh Alexander, then honestly, I don't see who could take that belt off of him. So, realistically speaking, what does my heart want? William Morrissey, because he's great right now. But what does my brain think? Oh man, Moose is retaining that belt this Saturday.
All right, Reezy.
I agree 100 with him. I think Moose is on the run of his life. I think right now this is Moose's reign. He is the face of the company. He is the face of the company. He is the big bad. He is the big dog. I hope Jonah don't get mad at me. My bad, Jonah. But he is the big dog of the company, and he's going to walk out victorious. But let's not take it away that these are two big giants, two big titans that is going to get in that ring, and they're going to tear it apart. This is Godzilla versus King Kong. This is gonna be the monster fight, the monster bash or smash or whatever you want to call it. And it's going to be a good match, and it's going to be worth the money to watch. But I got Moose walking out the winner. Um, yeah, that's that. I got Moose walking out the winner.
All right, so there you have it. I will add that there are a couple potential matches that will be added tonight, 8 p.m. Access TV, 8 p.m. Impact Plus, 8 p.m. On YouTube Ultimate Insiders. You can check those platforms, but I do believe that there will be maybe the inspiration versus the influence, and if that happens, that's one possibility, and it could be another match added to the countdown show also. So look for that. Real quick, I'm going to so you can see that let's see here. I just want to add so you can see my platform is the David Kane Russell Revolve X, channels Wrestling Revolution X. Reezy,
I
go ahead
see.
and share your
Well,
platform.
I don't know how to share it on the screen, but I'll tell
No,
everybody.
go ahead.
Oh, I'll tell everybody. My platform is Young Raf 1980 Reezy Bags on Twitter. Follow me at Reezy Bags. I'm the only Reezy Bags on Twitter. REEZY Bags. So YouTube, I am young. What am I? Am I King Reezy on? Yeah, I'm King Reezy on
Yeah,
YouTube.
King
Sorry,
Reezy.
people. I'm King Reezy on YouTube. KING Reezy, as my name says at the bottom. Yes, you can follow me on YouTube at that. I'm always open to talking about wrestling. Give me an inbox. Give me a chat. I'll get back to you.
All right, El Mucho.
Once again, if you like wrestling content, Overwatch content, things of that nature, Fortnite content, things of that nature, I'm coming back on Twitch, twitch.tv/El Mucho Macho, /El Mucho Macho. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming back. It's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, and it's going to be, as I christened it, the Summer of Macho. And if you want live updates on Twitter, follow the Mucho Macho. The Mucho Macho. Spelled exactly how you think it's going to be. And also, if you pass the pink mask, you've gone a little too far. If you want live updates on Slammiversary, then I'm your guy, because Slammiversary, I'm sorry. No Surrender. If you want live updates on that, then I'm your guy. El Mucho Macho on Twitch and The Mucho Macho on Twitter.
All right, so I'd like to thank you both of you gentlemen taking the time to do this early show. I appreciate you both. Me and Reezy will be doing space. We'll be in Twitter Spaces under No Surrender Impact, and also El Mucho will be at the show. So we'll see if he can give us a little updates here and there on his Twitter. So check out his Twitter that he shot out. Also, El Mucho, if you have time after the event, I don't know if you'll be busy, but if you want to hop in to our spaces, we're usually in there for like 2 or 3 hours. So there'll be time for you. If you just want to hop in and say hi, you can. But other than that, I appreciate both of you gentlemen. You guys enjoy the show. And for the viewers out there, enjoy the show. We will be live streaming on all 3 platforms at the same time, both of my Twitters as well as my YouTube channel, which is Wrestling Revolution X.